There's a reason Texas is making national headlines again. And it's not just one story, but a wave of controversies, events, and tensions all converging at once. From heated political showdowns to extreme weather events, from immigration crises to cultural clashes and viral moments that have taken over social media, the Lone Star State is once again at the epicenter of the national conversation. But why is it happening now? And why does it always seem like Texas is either leading the charge or standing in defiance when the rest of the country charts a different course? In recent weeks and months, Texas has become the battleground for some of the most contentious debates shaping America today. Politically, the state has pushed forward new laws and policies that are praised by some as defending traditional values and sovereignty, while others see them as divisive and harmful. From controversial education bills that seek to reshape curriculum and restrict discussions on race and gender, to abortion restrictions that challenge federal protection, to gun rights expansions that emphasize personal freedoms, these decisions coming out of Austin are sending shockwaves far beyond state borders. Governor Greg Abbott, a prominent figure in this landscape, continues to play a pivotal role. His efforts to challenge federal policies and portray Texas as a bastion of conservative resistance often put him at odds with the federal government and other states, reinforcing the image of Texas as a symbol of independence and defiance. At the southern border, tensions have escalated dramatically. The influx of migrants seeking refuge or better economic opportunities has overwhelmed local resources and created a complex legal and humanitarian crisis. Texas officials have responded with increased patrols, the deployment of National Guard troops, and the construction of barriers, actions that some see as necessary measures to protect state interests, especially given perceived federal inaction. Others view these measures as politically motivated and potentially harmful to vulnerable populations, fueling accusations of cruelty and neglect. The ongoing legal battles and protests reflect a deeply divided national opinion on immigration policy, with Texas often positioning itself as a leader in border enforcement. Critics argue that these policies exacerbate division and ignore the human element of migration, while supporters believe they are defending national security and state sovereignty. Meanwhile, the climate and weather patterns in Texas have taken a dramatic turn. Record-breaking heat waves, devastating droughts, and sudden violent storms threaten lives, damage infrastructure, and expose the vulnerabilities of the state's energy and water system. These extreme weather events are a stark reminder of the growing impacts of climate change, a topic that remains politically charged. Texas, rich in natural resources and energy production, especially oil and gas, finds itself caught in a paradox. It's a state that has historically thrived on fossil fuels, yet faces mounting pressure to transition to cleaner energy sources. The state's energy grid, which famously failed during the 2021 winter storm, remains a critical concern. As summer approaches with increasing demand for air conditioning and cooling, residents and officials alike are asking, is Texas's energy system prepared for what's next? The answer continues to be uncertain, fueling debates about infrastructure investments and environmental responsibility. On the cultural front, Texas is experiencing a significant transformation. From viral TikTok videos capturing chaotic school board meetings to protests over book bans and curriculum restrictions, the education system has become a hot-button issue. Conservative lawmakers have sought to reshape how history, race, and gender are taught, arguing that they are protecting children from uncomfortable truths, while opponents see these measures as censorship aimed at rewriting or erasing parts of American history. Schools have become battlegrounds where ideological conflicts play out in real time, with the nation watching these developments unfold. The debates extend beyond education into broader cultural issues, religious freedoms, LGBTQ rights, and the perceived erosion of traditional values, all of which deepen divisions within communities and across the country. Public safety is another area where Texas faces intense scrutiny. Cities like Houston, Dallas, and Austin have experienced spikes in certain types of crime, whether violent crime, property theft or drug-related issues, prompting calls for tougher policing. At the same time, community activists and advocacy groups demand accountability and transparency in law enforcement, highlighting issues of racial bias and excessive use of force. The resulting debates reveal a deeply polarized society struggling to find a balance between ensuring safety and protecting civil rights. These issues are not unique to Texas. They reflect broader national concerns, but Texas's size and influence make its approach particularly impactful. In the tech and business sectors, Texas has become a magnet for innovation and corporate relocation. Major companies like Tesla, SpaceX, Oracle, and others have established significant operations across the state, citing friendly business climates, low taxes, and a growing talent pool. This influx has transformed cities like Austin and Dallas into vibrant economic hubs. But it also brings challenges: housing shortages, rising living costs, and concerns about cultural shifts. Long-time residents worry that the character of Texas cities is changing rapidly, with some fearing that the influx of newcomers may dilute the state's unique identity. Others see this as a necessary evolution, a sign of growth, prosperity, and global relevance. As the economy booms, questions about equitable wealth distribution and community cohesion become more urgent. All of these issues are unfolding against a backdrop of a larger identity crisis. Texas has always taken pride in being big, bold, and fiercely independent, values that have shaped its history and culture. But in today's divided America, that spirit is both celebrated and criticized. For many, Texas represents freedom, resilience, and self-reliance. For others, it's seen as stubbornly resistant to progress and unity. The way Texas navigates its political, social, and environmental challenges will have profound implications, not just for its nearly 30 million residents, but for the future of the whole country. So why is Texas under such intense scrutiny? Because it stands at the intersection of power, politics, and people, where decisions made here ripple across the nation. Every law passed, every cultural shift, and every clash of values echoes beyond state lines. Whether you agree with Texas's approach or oppose it, one thing is clear: when Texas acts, America watches. And that's why the story everyone's talking about begins right here, right now.